Alex Lafkus here. Just had a decent day pre-spawn streamer fishing with the client. He was nice enough to let me film it. So should have some good footage to flip through a little later. The bite was better than it has been, but not great. I'll go through some of the flies at the end of the video that we ran to. Started bigger, downsized as we went, and we're able to find a couple decent fish. So we're getting there though. First day I've had a heavy jacket on all fall, so that's at least reassuring we're getting somewhere. So enjoy the video. Thanks. Yeah. You're fine. You're fine. I'll just get in there. Oh, that was something. Set that hook the other way.
I'd like to see fish. We didn't even see one last time we fished.
No. There he is. Well, I think it's a brown trout at least, isn't it? Swing him in here. No, I think we will. I think we'll be fine today. No, rainbow trout. Look at these stupid things. I think we will. I think we've just needed a little change. If we don't today, then... Well, what I tell you after the last day we fished, I'm not coming here for a week.
Yep.
It's been 8 days. It's like, no, this is very, very bad.
Fuck that.
Oh, got him. Little shit. Well, that's too bad. That's a brown trout. Well, it is a brown trout. I was gonna say, there should be here.
He's getting ready to get in on action.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna get chased off by something about 6 pounds, but that's all right. He's trying to get bigger before that happens. Oh, that could be bottom. I'm not sure it's dropped off in there yet. What's that? Yep. Oh, well, set that hook over the bow. You might be hitting bottom, but we'll never find out if you keep swinging that rod back up towards me.
Get a big old hook jar nail.
Yeah. No, we may. Make you smile. Yeah, like right there. Be a great spot to have it happen, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's a... Oh, there he is. What are we dealing with there, Kurt? Is that thing decent? Ah, not tiny. Is that a rimba trout? Oh yeah. Decent fish. I don't think we need the net, do we? Oh, maybe. Eh? Oh, that's fine. That's worth getting the net out, I guess. There you go. Well, it's not your giant big-headed male, but
You got the mail.
it's a male. Oh, yeah. Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Perfect.
Yep.
Pretty. So I always get them down below 4,001 in March, but I never really get them after that.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, there's a better fish, Kurt. Whoops. Finally. Goodness gracious. All we had to do was complain about that spot enough. Right?
Yeah.
Where are you? Oh, he's just bulldogging you. Hiding underneath the boat. You can strip, well, whatever.
It's a nice fat one.
Oh, it is. Yep. Oh, oh. There's a reason I don't drop anchor. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Because he'd have found the anchor rope by now, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, he is a nice. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Come on, baby. Strip down, strip down, strip down, strip down. There you go. I knew that was coming. Didn't you?
Yeah. Okay.
You got him now? Maybe. There we go. Finally. Ooh, that is a good one. Here you go. Can you grab that net? Only about the 8th fly.
Yeah, well.
Better than not finding a fly. He's got to be 21, 22.
Yeah, a nice fat one.
But nice and fat. Yeah, 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 for sure. 4 pounds. 4-pounder. All right. Oh yeah, you had them pretty good. Yeah, 20 inches, 21. Ooh, big female. Okay, get your hand wet. Quick pick for Ruth or not?
I don't care.
Okay.
Just another letter row.
I'll get a hero shot for the camera.
Yeah.
Pre-spawn fish. Holy shit. 100 flies later, and there you go. Actually get one. Just had to put 100 different flies on. Jeez, oh Pete.
Maybe we'll get another one.
Well, I have more confidence now, I'll say that. Seeing as one actually bit
Yeah.
versus just none. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. I just wanted to talk through a couple of things that happened while we were out there today, or the other day now. But so we started the day. We started with the Rio Premier 24-foot sink tip and an unweighted fly. So that was a 300 grain. We started with olive and white, caught a rainbow, switched quickly. Went to olive and yellow. Caught a small brown on it, so I stuck with it a little longer, and then just felt like with water level and conditions I was looking at, that it was a little too low to really have confidence in that. And as soon as the sun gets up, that's a lot of times where I switch to the smaller stuff. Lower light in the morning, the bigger stuff they'll play with, and then a lot of times that'll change. And I've seen that repeatedly where it's like, okay, now we got to get a little bit more finesse style. The next fly I switched to was, we went ahead and switched lines as well. And we put on the 24-foot type 3 sink tip, which excels in that lower water with a little bit of weight on the fly. So we we had a little sun out, so I tried the yellow and ginger to start. You know, I like that in the sun, but that sun didn't last long, so neither did the fly. It just didn't feel right. And a lot of that's just from experience. So then I switched to being, you know, pre-spawn and fallish. I switched to brown and yellow peanut envy, which was my last one, and we ended up losing it. So I'm in the process of tying 3. This is a brand new little one, but it's just a little baby brown trout fly, basically. And then you see that really be productive this time of year on certain days. And if you know, it's one of those, it's a time of year where you really see that minnow bite is going. I remember years ago when I was working at Gates, Rusty gave me some bigger hooks. You know, we were still tying on single hooks. And I tied some stuff. I went back down to East Lansing where I lived and tied some bigger leech stuff and this, that, the other thing. And he looked at me and it was like October and he's like, minnows, 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 you know, and that was kind of a sign like, oh yeah, okay. And I've noticed it, you know, I got another video coming soon where we kind of played with some stuff and the only thing they would eat was that minnow pattern. After we lost, the only one I had, guide failure, switched to, you know, the flashy deceiver in a similar color, you know, the ginger and yellow, brown head, whatever. It's a baby brown trout color. And that moved another fish too. Not great, not terrible. It was a post-frontal lake effect day with lake effect rain, clouds, kind of nasty out there. But something we see a lot in Michigan in the fall, going into winter. It's kind of what brings us our lake effect snow and whatnot. And typically, I don't see the fishing being the best there. Usually it's better on the prefrontal or the frontal day where it actually changes. But that happened to fall on a weekend, and my client and I usually tend not to deal with weekends as much. So we decided to go after the weekend. Did we miss the bite? Maybe. It sounds like from a couple of guys I talked to that the evening over the weekend was good. There was one evening they bit, and a little bit in the morning maybe. So whatever. But we did get those fish in the morning before the wind really started to howl. And usually there's a little bit of stability in the barometer. And then when the wind picks up, you know that stability is leaving. I do tend to find some of these bites being better in the stable barometer. Not sure what it is or why, but there's usually that stability is when you can get that reaction bite and they'll eat the bigger streamer. I know on falling or flat low barometers, bait fishermen do really good. And I've had really good dry fly fishing then and even some nymph fishing, but the streamer thing seems to be in flatter spots when they're just a little more aggressive. Don't know why, but that's just an observation over the years. So hopefully you guys picked up a little something in that video and learned something. Oh, one other thing I wanted to touch on is if you notice the hook sets, there'll be 2 things. One, you'll notice I'm a lot nicer to Kurt than I am to Christian, but Christian's a kid. He needs to learn. And he doesn't pay me either. So no, I'm a little harder on young kids because they got to learn, man. You should have seen what I went through. Doesn't matter. I mean, Russ used to yell and scream at everyone, you know, and you get older guys in the boat. Kurt's been fishing 60 some years. You know, he knows his ability is dropped off from what it used to be, but he does what he can. And we catch a bunch of nice fish together. So, and that's a big part of guiding is adjusting your guiding style to your angler's ability. Whatever, part of the game. But you'll notice there were a couple bites in there where, you know, right off the get where he kind of swung the rod up or upstream and he missed those fish. You'll notice on the 2 nicer fish he caught that he kept the rod low and stripped into them and went with the belly of the line versus against it and coming, you know, where he cast to the right and came upstream. That's where he missed them. The 2 he got, he kept with the belly and went straight with it. And he got both those fish. So that's something that's really important, that if you're not doing that when you're streamer fishing, it's costing you fish. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment, like, subscribe, all the stuff that I always say. I appreciate it. Any questions, throw them in the comments and I will get with them. There'll also be some links in the description to whatever, some of the tie-in stuff. That line is still not available from SA. We're just kind of waiting to hear when it's going to be and what they're going to call it. And I'll make sure to let you guys know about it. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks.